Hi, my name is Sadiq Ogunyewa. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will be sharing how you can get started with coding. In case you want to go into tech but you don't like coding, I made a video on how you can get started with tech without coding. So this video will basically be about coding, career path, and software development. So what do you need to consider before you get started? You need to identify your own area of interest. Do you like gaming? Do you like interacting with beautiful UI? Do you like solving mathematical problems? So these are what you need to know about yourself before you can pick an interest. So the second one is technical background. This doesn't actually matter so far you can learn and relearn and unlearn and learn a lot of things, but if you have some background, it helps you in a way or in a particular career. For example, let's say you are a graduate of computer science, you might find coding easy more than someone that has a background in, let's say, medicine or some other career path. So you need to know your level of technicality, then you'll be able to pick a particular line. Thirdly is available resources. For some career path in coding or for some coding, you need high-end system, something like 16 gig RAM, 32 gig RAM system to start with. But for some, you can start with as low as 2 gig RAM system, 4 gig RAM system. For some others, you need to have a physical device like an Android or an iOS or an iPhone. So you need to identify your own available resources. Then support group. When you get stuck, do you have someone that you can run to, or online community that you belong to, that someone somewhere can just help you to look into some things and they will be able to like maybe make a suggestion or provide a solution for you. So number one on the list is mobile developer or mobile application development. So this is you basically building an application for a mobile phone. It could be an Android or an iPhone. So to get started with this, for iOS, you basically need to have a MacBook. You don't necessarily need to have an iPhone, but you must have a MacBook, and it has to be like minimum of 8 gig RAM. You can start with something like 4 gig RAM if there is something like that, but you might be struggling installing some things, or some program will be running slowly while you are trying to fast track your learning or your development. For Android, you can get started with either iPhone, either a MacBook or a Windows system. Then having an Android phone is a plus. You can always use an emulator if you have an high-end system. So basically, this actually requires, to enjoy the development, you need to have something like 8 gig RAM system at minimum, according to my own suggestion. So when you have that, it makes your journey or your learning more smoother. The second on the list is front-end development. This is you building a web interface using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So with this, if you have a system of like 4 gig RAM or even less, you can actually get started with web. Then as you are progressing on your journey, you can be upgrading your system accordingly. This is you building an interface. All those, when you log into www.something.com, those beautiful UIs that you see, that's what you will be creating. So front-end development, basically designing an interface for a website, then some system or any system practically, you can actually get started with front-end web development. The third is the back-end. This is you learning some language, some framework in order to build a web server. So in case you don't know what a web server is basically you controlling database, some logic, and passing the data into the UI. When you log into a website, you are interacting with the front end, but the information that you are seeing is actually coming from the back end. So you can be a back-end developer. Any system we do, but high-end system is always preferred. Game development. So I'm sure you've played 1 or 2 games on your mobile application. So you can use Unity framework or Unity SDK to start building a game application, and you can configure it to work on both Android and iOS mobile phone. So game development, you need high-end system, some physics background, some physics. You can actually learn most of all these things on the job, but if you have a background in physics, it can actually help you. So mathematical background can do too, but most of these things, they are not like 100% required. It is possible that you don't have a background in physics, you don't have a background in mathematics, and you still excel as a game developer. Then the next is cybersecurity. So this is you learning how to be a white hacker, protecting the image of a company or protecting data of a particular company. So you try to, after building the website, the application, you try to test for vulnerabilities, and you provide some measures that developers can take in order to secure the website, in order to secure the mobile applications. Data science. This is about sorting data. Basically a data engineer. If you have a background in something like statistics, this might be a very good very good career path for you to follow. If you have a background in sorting analysis, most of these things can help, but they are not required. So this is you basically trying to make sense out of a raw data. So providing metrics, providing graphs for a common usage, like, okay, how many users can you convert from a Facebook ads? So you use previous data to make this analysis, and you can actually get started with this with any system. You don't need something high. Like I said, as you are progressing in your journey, there will be need for more high-end system you will want to, so you can actually be upgrading accordingly. The last is QA tester. QA tester basically tests softwares. They test for vulnerabilities, but in terms of, okay, user experience, say, is there bug recommendations and all. So QA tester work closely with developers. Apart from writing tests as a developer, your product or your solution needs to pass through a software tester or a software QA, so that they will be able to test as an actual users, and they will be able to provide you recommendations, bugs that you might not catch as a developer. So that's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching the video. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me, akwitsodiq@gmail.com. Bye.